welcome back to your and my channel Talking English with Chilpi. Today I'm going to pick up the story Banku Babu's Friend by Satyajit Ray. So Satyajit Ray is an Indian filmmaker. He was one of the greatest Indian filmmaker, and he was also a story writer and author. So some of his works including the Appu trilogy, The Music Room, The Big City and Charulata. I beg your pardon for the noise that's coming from behind. Please bear with me. My neighbors have some woodwork going on, so I hope it's not disturbing you. So, Banku Babu's Friend is an excerpt from three Rays, stories from Satyajit Ray. So, it's an excerpt. Excerpt means there are other stories in that book, but this one story has been picked up from that book, and it is in this book because of its popularity. Alright, so Banku Babu's Friend. Let me first of all discuss the main theme of the story, the plot, and then I'll come to the explanation of the lesson. So Banku Babu's Friend, as the title indicates, it talks about friendship. So Banku Babu was a village school teacher, and he was a master of geography. He used to teach geography in the village school. He had taught in several small schools, and now he had settled in this village where he was teaching geography. He was a lot of, he was a very humble person, very down to earth, grounded. He had a lot of knowledge, more knowledge than anybody else in that village or the people who were there in a school. But then, there is a philosophy according to which the more knowledge you have, the more humble you become. As just as our grandfather or somebody you must have heard says that the more fruits on a tree, the more the boughs of the tree bend, the branches they bend. So therefore here the same philosophy applies with Banku Babu, that he is a very very simple person because he has a lot of knowledge. But because of his simplicity, the people around him mistreat him. He is a laughing stock for them. So there are people like Sripati and Ramakant. These are the Ramakanai, who always make fun of him. Whenever he is there in their party, they actually laugh on him, use him as a laughing stock. Alright, but he is never able to answer them back. He bears that humility, he bears that, humiliation, and he feels sad, but then he is never able to open his mouth. Now you'll ask me, then why didn't he stop going to those parties? He couldn't stop going to those parties because the party was held by, parties every day doesn't mean that party kind of a thing. It was like a gathering. Like, people in those days did not have TV, televisions, or anything else. It's like during the pre-independence era, the British time. There were no televisions, radios, mobile phones, nothing. So people had a lot of time, and they used to sit together in the evening, have tea together and talk about what's going on in the world. So it was not a party kind, it was like a gathering every evening. And Banku Babu couldn't avoid this because Sripati was a lawyer and he was an important member of the school board. So if he avoided that, then Sripati would, not like it, and maybe that, his job he was scared that he might lose his job. So therefore, in order to please Sripati, he used to attend those gatherings every evening. And he also attended. Inside his heart, he knew that even if he did not go one day, people used to come to his house and call him. Why? Because he was a source of entertainment for them. He also understood that. So, even though he tried one of those days not to go, the people came and called him, and he had to go back to the gathering. So, the story is that he was knowledgeable. Then why didn't he answer? Because he felt these are foolish people. And in his heart of heart, he knew that these people are foolish and they don't understand what reality is. So one day they were suddenly talking about UFOs, unidentified objects. That UFOs, the satellites coming from other universes or solar system. So here what happens is that one day they were discussing about all this, and Banku Babu says that why can't a satellite land in this village? It might be possible. So they all start laughing at him that, oh, this village is such a small village, and the name of the village was, I'll just let you know, Kankur Gachi. This was a small village in West Bengal. So they all started laughing at him that look at Banku Babu. Now come on. I mean, throughout the world, USA, America, England, and these people, the aliens will only find Kankur Gachi to land. Why wouldn't they land in a place like the Sahibs? Sahibs is being referred to the British people. So those days during the British Raj, the white people were known as Gora Sahibs. So Indians always had that low self-confidence, self-respect for themselves because of their skin color. They felt, the Britishers had actually instilled it into the Indians that you are brown people, you are less civilized, you don't know what civilization is, all that. So therefore, Banku Babu's, friends also were like, look at him, he's talking nonsense. If the aliens will land on Earth, they will obviously go to America or to some other place or meet some important, Britisher or American. Why will they meet us? But Banku Babu remained quiet because he had this firm belief that why isn't it possible? Why will an alien choose, why, and who knows about America? In other solar system, how do the aliens know about America or US, United Kingdom? Obviously, they'll land anywhere. If they want to land on Earth, they can land anywhere. So why not Kankur Gachi? So therefore, he was like quiet about it. And that very same night, when he left the party and he was going home, he, he saw some light in a group. Now, what was that group? I'll just find whose group was it. Poncha Ghosh's bamboo grove. Yeah, Poncha Ghosh. So on the way, he found Poncha Ghosh's house. Behind that house was a bamboo grove. Grove means a lot of bamboos were growing. So West Bengal is a place where bamboo, Assam and West Bengal, bamboos are grown there. Alright, so he found some light, and it was a pinkish light which was covering the entire area. So he went close to that light, and as soon as he went there, he saw the satellite. The satellite was in the shape of a bowl. If you have a bowl and you keep it upside down, so something like that. Let me see if I have it here. No, I don't have a bowl here. I could have shown it to you. So, it was of that shape, like you must have seen in cartoons and science fiction, sci-fi films. So it was in the shape of a bowl like this. And suddenly the door of that satellite opens and a very weird kind of a creature comes out. The creature has a bald head, and there are only eyes are not like us, but there are two, round circles there, two round circles here, and two round circles here, like for the nose. So it looked like a machine, and he came out, and the moment he came out, he had held something in his hand, and that was something that controlled Banku Babu. It controlled Banku Babu. He couldn't move from there. And then this alien talks to Banku Babu. Clear? And the alien has the power to read the mind of a man. Okay, so he read Banku Babu's mind. He could read Banku Babu's entire personality. He knew more than 14,000 languages also, as he told Banku Babu, that I have visited many other planets apart from yours, and he wanted to visit, I think, Venus, but by chance he landed on Earth. Alright, so he says that I was misguided and I landed on Earth, but what I can understand is that you are a very humble person and people make fun of you, but you don't have the courage to, stand against them or to speak for yourself. You should speak for yourself. There's nothing wrong in defending yourself. You should respect yourself, and if these people are making fun of you, then they are not your friends. So this gives Banku a lot of courage. And the alien also appreciates Banku Babu for his knowledge. He says, you're a very knowledgeable man. And he shows Banku Babu through the, something like a telescope. So he asks Banku Babu, what do you want to see? Can you wait for 2 minutes? Yeah. So Banku Babu says, I want to see, Alaska, sorry. So he shows Alaska to Banku Babu through the telescope. And, Brazil, Amazon, the forests of Amazon. So Banku Babu felt as if he has found a friend in this alien. Because he's giving him such a lot of respect and fulfilling all his wishes. So now after he left, he bids goodbye to Banku Babu and he goes back. Banku Babu then next day goes to the gathering, Shripati's gathering, and there when they start making fun of him, he stands up and he gives a slap on Ramkanai's back. That's the way he did, and he also answers them back. So here you can see the change in his personality. He now comes out as a very bold character. He answers everybody who had made fun of him. Alright, so why? So here everybody is surprised. What's wrong with Banku Babu? He's not the same. There's something else has happened, and they all discussed about even in Poncho Ghosh, the light that they had seen in Poncho Ghosh's bamboo grove. So then what happens that Banku Babu, without hesitation, he says, yes, that light was of the satellite and I had met that alien. He looked like this and all he discusses. So they all are like, he's joking, like, it's all, you're talking about weird things. But then he says, he doesn't, start feeling humiliated or weak, or they are not believing me, so what I can do. Here he keeps his confidence alive. Alright, so what is the main crux of the story? The story is that a real friend is one who motivates you, who knows your weaknesses and your strengths, and he helps you to improve your weakness. So even though the alien came for just a few minutes and met Banku Babu, but then he changed his entire personality. Whereas these people, Sripati, Ramkanai, Poncho Ghosh, all these were people who were with Banku Babu for such a long time, but that always made fun of his weakness. That never encouraged him, never, gave him any kind of confidence. This is not real friendship. Real friendship is when you stand by your friend, when you appreciate, you give respect, you treat them as equal, and thus even give them participation equally in the, in discussions and all. So now this is all for today. Now tomorrow I am going to read the story and explain it word by word for you. Alright, thank you so much.